So a little bit of a different video. If you've never had a horse colic before, there's a lot of different reasons why a horse could colic. There is gastrointestinal issues that can be caused as a result of an overload of a certain thing, similar to a founder situation, things like that. Then there's also like impaction type colics and things like that. There's a bunch of different reasons why a horse could colic, but if most of the time a colic is just something that you need to hand walk the horse and things like that, maybe a mild pain reliever or something like that needs to be used, and that's about it. The next step is going to be a tube down the horse, and then obviously the last step being a surgery or something like that, and being a real big issue. But kind of that middle step that a lot of people never even get to, the point of that middle step of needing a tube or something like that, is a tube where most of the time a vet will insert a tube down the horse's nostril. You'll have to twitch the horse, do a bunch of different stuff. Sometimes they have to sedate a horse, depending on the horse, and get the flow of that those intestines moving. So whether that's just water with electrolytes or something like that, or an oil or something like that. So we were fortunate enough, the camera person was around when a vet that we recently interviewed, Dr. Kim, was at a farm where she had to do this tube. So we're going to show you a procedure that Dr. Kim Rasmussen did, and she will explain what she's doing.
That gelding in there was having a little bit of a GI upset or a bellyache. They noticed him not wanting to eat his feed, usually a horse that whinnies at him this morning. This afternoon was laying down, not interested in eating or anything. So anyway, I checked him. Temp's fine, heart rate's fine, but the horse's personality was down, a little bit depressed, not his bright usual self. Hadn't drank water today like he should have and had been, and hadn't passed as much stool as normal. So I listened to his gut motility, listened to his gut sounds. You want to hear noises high, low, and on the bottom on both sides. And he is a little bit quieter, not a lot, but he's a little bit more gassy on the right. So kind of get used to how the normal sound, and he had what we call like a spasmodic, like the intestines are kind of clamping down, that kind of sound, and a little bit of more of a ping or a blub blub instead of just your normal motility. So went ahead and he's had Banamine to help with that pain, and then what I tubed him with, so that's a nasogastric tube, so in through the nose. When he swallows at the larynx, his pharynx in there, his epiglottis will go over his esophagus, past the tube, over that, into his stomach, through the esophagus. And what I gave him was water with electrolytes that will help keep the water in his intestines to help soften any ingesta that needs to come out. And then the other thing I gave him was mineral oil, which we use as a laxative. And it's also handy, we use it as a marker, so in 12 to 24 hours that mineral oil will be coming out in his feces, and we'll be able to see it in his stool, we'll be able to see it under his tail, and we'll know that everything, through 300 feet of intestine front to back is all patent, and we can go back to feeding that horse. So. No feed for him tonight.
Not only do I hope that your horse never has to have this done, but I would not want any sort of tube shoved down my nose either. So makes you do this the whole video.